So many people miss this cruise. And here we are on board Harmony of the Seas.
I will run you over.
You get a free bottle of champagne. I have never once been called down to the security desk. That happened today. Hey, welcome to the channel. It's Ken and Corey Strong, the Travel Strongs, here on the beautiful Harmony of the Seas. We are former firefighters, now retired, frequent travelers, and here we are on board Harmony of the Seas. It's been quite a 48-hour journey getting here. Just 2 days ago, I had my retirement open house. That night, we headed to Indianapolis. Yesterday to Texas, to Houston Hobby Airport, into Galveston, where we stayed the night. And then today, we boarded the beautiful Harmony of the Seas. And here we are in our Crown Loft suite. We're gonna show off this suite later in the week in another episode, but I will tell you, just because we are in a beautiful suite, don't think that we are like wealthy travelers. We always travel on a budget. In fact, Corey says we are
Champagne travelers on a beer budget.
Yes, that's what she says. I find great deals, and that's how we get to go on our cruises. In fact, I have a maximum amount of money that I will spend per person per day on a cruise. I call it my CPPPD, and I will not spend more than my daily allowance on what we can spend on a cruise. We got this Crown Loft suite for less than what I pay for a balcony for 7 nights on an Icon class ship. So that's how we travel in these luxury accommodations, is just by finding the best deal. And I would love to share some of those tricks with you along the way in this video series. But for now, here we are on Harmony of the Seas, day 1, setting sail out of Galveston. We have so many firsts on this cruise. We've never been on a transatlantic cruise. We've never been out of Galveston, and we've never been in a Crown Loft suite. So we're gonna share all of those news with you. First of all, it was crazy cold. Like the coldest departure
Absolutely freezing.
we've ever had. Coming out of Galveston. It was in the 50s. Now, the day we got to Galveston, it was beautiful. What, 74? Windy, but beautiful. And then the next day, boarding day, it was very, very, very cold and windy. So fortunately, we did have a nice balcony that we could kind of tuck in and watch out the windows as we set sail in Galveston. I will say that if you were on a Voyager class, if you were on a Freedom class ship, those ships, you could actually go up to the helipad, and that is an amazing spot to watch the ship set sail. We've been there before. However, one sad thing about Icon and Oasis class is they've actually taken the helipad and they've made that a crew-only area. So you're not able to go to the helipad and watch those departures. So 2 places we love to watch departures. Our own balcony. If we're not watching it in our personal balcony, one amazing place to watch it is the back of the ship, Deck 5 on Oasis class. There's an incredible running track. Please make sure you're going the proper direction as you make your way to the back of the
Yes.
ship. And stay off the running track. When we go to the back of the ship to watch the ship set sail or to go back, it's a really relaxing place just to watch the wake of the ship. Just keep yourself off the running track because we also use the running track for exercise. There's nothing more frustrating than people
I will run you over.
than people that are planting their chairs or bodies on the running track. But it is a great place to watch the ship set sail if you're not on one of those ships that you can go to the helipad. One other thing we learned today is, and this was new to us as well, I typically book our next cruise on board, whether I know which cruise we're going to go on or if I'm just getting what they call like an open booking, where you can just book that cruise later. It is cheaper to make your cruise deposit on board for your next cruise, and also normally you get some onboard credit. And we learned today that if you go and book your next cruise, day 1, you get a free bottle of champagne. That was news to me. And a wonderful bonus for my wife, who loves champagne.
Cheers.
I can't stand it, but she loves it, so we got her a bottle of champagne. So keep that in mind. If you book your next cruise on board day 1, at least right now, you get a free bottle of champagne. One thing that was reinforced this cruise that I always advise people, always arrive the day before your cruise to your departure city, because this is one of those instances where I would have never expected when I booked a cruise for March that we would be escaping a winter storm. But within 5 hours of us flying out of Indianapolis, the Midwest was under a massive winter storm. So many people missed this cruise. Fortunately, we're stopping in Nassau in just a few days, and they will be able to join the cruise there, hopefully. But a lot of people missed these first few days of the 16-night Transatlantic cruise. Telling you a little bit about the Transatlantic. So we set sail out of Galveston, Texas. We're going to Nassau, Bahamas for 1 stop. Then we set sail for 8 days at sea before we arrive in Spain. We have 4 stops in Spain before we end up in Barcelona. And that's another first. We have never been to Europe, either one of us. So first transatlantic cruise, first time ever in Europe. We also experienced another first this time. This is our 19th cruise on Royal Caribbean. This is our 4th time on Harmony of the Seas. And this is my 21st cruise for my life. I have never once been called down to the security desk to pick up a piece of luggage. That happened today. One of our bags didn't arrive. Camelia, our wonderful room steward here she's wonderful. She told me, she said, one of my coworkers saw your bag down at the security desk. So I had to make the journey down to security down on deck 2 and walk around the corner to find the confiscated bags. They x-ray all the bags when they come on the ship. And I come around the corner and find this stack of confiscated bags, and there in the middle is my bag. I go up and find someone from the security to help me, and he reads a note on the bag, and he said, there are 2 large blades in here. And I don't have knives. I especially don't bring knives on a ship. You can't bring weapons. You can't bring firearms. You can't bring... What else is
anything dangerous?
Yeah,
anything that could create a fire.
Power
somebody.
strips, extension cords, things like that. I'm expecting something showed up on the X-ray that was odd, and he said you have 2 large blades in here. Well, in a former life, basically, over 30 years ago, I used to be an illusionist, and I did a show on ice. So I have custom-made skates. Well, Oasis class ships, along with Voyager class, along with Freedom class, along with Icon class, all have ice rinks on board. And I have been skating on the ships for many, many, many years. And I've always brought my skates along. Well, not always, but most of the time I bring my skates along. Yeah. And they stopped my bags because I had my skate blades in there. They could see they were skate blades. So these were the culprits, the blades that were in my bag. Ice skates. 35-year-old ice skates, 35, almost 40-year-old ice skates. And I brought them on almost every cruise that we've been on. I've never been called to security. The funny part is, even after they realized they were ice skates, they warned me to keep them in my room, as if I was going to go walk down the Royal Promenade with ice skates on. So if you're bringing ice skates, just be prepared. You may end up in the security office, possibly, as I did, if you're bringing blades onto the ship. think that's all we got for you for today, for day one. Thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, be kind to one another, eat dessert first, and travel strong.
Cheers.